big star, daughter to the sun. Life of the party, order of the fun. Booming, how I zoom it, call me Heidi, right? If you're not influenced, then it's Heidi. Clover not a glare, but a glow. Clover got the flair for the show, a beacon for the... Skipping over comments like hopscotch, just to add the fire to sound it because it's top notch. Flavor, disco inferno. OG major, let's go internal. South to the north for the torch I live. It gets hard to ignore this gift. When it comes to the heat, you can never skip me. Think I'm lying, extra hard to hippie. Then my light, you can never shake me. Supernova, that's mega, baby. Yeah.
And now, here's your host, Clover Nova.
What's good, Charles? We are back. Oh my God, we are back. I am excited, y'all. I'm not finna let y'all, well, I'm gonna tell y'all anyway, because I know y'all wondering what's going on. Everything that could have go wrong before this show happened, okay? I was supposed to go live hours ago, okay? So everything messed up. But I am so glad I'm back. I'm not gonna focus on that because that happened already. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. I am excited to be back. Okay, that's an understatement. Okay, that is such an understatement. To the new people that are here, welcome to Clover Vision. Okay, the unpolished show. And I'm your host, Miss Clover Nova. We are in season 4. Oh my God. Let me go make sure the comments are up. Hey. Oh my God. Okay, so let's just kick it off because guess what? I got to be at work soon. So I am running far behind, but I'm so blessed to be here. I want to thank everyone who at the last minute called in to leave me a voice message. And I want to get right into that before I get into everything I got to get into because I have a lot to get into. We're gonna chop this up into, this is gonna be part 1. Okay, so I'm gonna rename this part 1 because I wanted to talk about my life growing up from far back as I can remember, age 5. Okay, so I wanted to start at age 5, but I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, but y'all gonna have to come back. Okay, so if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube and hit the bell so that when I go live, y'all get the ding and then we can do our thing. Okay, I am your gracious, bodacious, and sometimes outrageous host. And we're going to kick it off with the voicemails. Let's get into the voicemails, okay? So I got 3 voicemails because I did announce, I gave out the number like yesterday, I think. And I was just like, y'all leave a voicemail or something. It was very last minute, so I'm not holding nobody against them. I'm not holding anything against nobody that has not yet left a voicemail. But that's a voicemail. I'm going to put the number up here for future references, okay? And no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna open up the phone lines at the end. So I'll give you guys number at the end so y'all can comment. For those people that stick around to the end, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. You get to call, you get to talk to me. And I'm gonna ask you guys for some advice on some topics you guys may want me to cover or what. But make sure you guys are sharing this because I know everybody that may have subscribed has not clicked on that bell. Okay, so let's get into some voicemails. I can't wait. Okay, here we go. The first voicemail is from Unique. Now, you guys know from season 1 that Unique from YouTube, Unique Way. I met her on this app called Laugh Me, and she was hustling. Like she's such a grinder, such a hustler that she inspired me to do a podcast. It wouldn't be no Clover Vision or KNN or anything if she wasn't like, you should do a podcast. Because I met her doing finding people's spirit animals and stuff. And she was like, you should do it. And I'm like, I think I should. And the rest is history. So she left me a voicemail first. Let me see what she got to say. Hey, Unique, shout out to Unique. And subscribe to Unique Way on YouTube. I think it's Unique Way with 3 Y's or 2 Y's. I can't remember. But she'll comment, I'm sure, at the, on YouTube. Look out for her and subscribe to her. She's such a vibe, y'all. Okay, here's her voicemail. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Unique. That was everything. Oh my God. Yes, she is my number one supporter. Anytime I have an issue or a question about how to do something with social media, she's always there to help me. I'm not sure about, you want to know what she said too? What you mean? Oh, you can't hear it? Y'all can't hear? Should I turn it up a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let me play. Okay, let me know. We gonna go fix this along the way. Can y'all hear now? Yeah, yeah. Hold on. I think I know the problem. I think because my laptop is hooked up to my speaker, I have to hook my tablet up to my speaker. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this right now. Hey everybody. Hey TT. Oh my god. Okay. So I got it on my tablet. No monkey don't stop no show, y'all. One monkey don't stop no show. Oh my gosh. TT, I'm wearing the jewelry you gave me. Thank you so much. This is from my TT Chloe, y'all. She gave me the bracelet and the necklace and the earrings. And I had to wear it. I knew you was gonna be on here, TT. I was hoping you was gonna be on here. Okay. Link this device to Google. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Don't tell me I have to go through a whole thing. So yeah, while I'm doing this, um, thank you guys. I want to say thank you guys for everyone who sent me a voice message. Okay, I gotta change the account. Um, oh, also the intro that you guys just saw on my opening. Shout out to Daryl Deshawn. He is of De LaShawn Fashions. He did the whole, he created Clover Girl, the animated character. So I want to give him a big shout out for that. Because that was awesome that he made me a cartoon character and doing the AI thing. Hopefully we'll get some more different variations of her. She'll be in promos and stuff for future for my pre-recorded shows. She'll be doing commercials for me for the apps that I have. Oh my God, this will give me the flux right now. I can't believe y'all couldn't hear. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Okay. Now let me know if y'all can hear this now. Okay. And make sure the volume is all the way up. Hey, Sha. Hey. Thank you, TT. Yes, it's cute. It's very cute. Hey, Shy. Oh my God, y'all coming. Y'all don't overwhelm me now. Don't overwhelm me. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna change my speaker settings so that y'all can hear me through the camera. I think that's how I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. So this is from Unique of Unique's Way on YouTube. Go follow her channel. Subscribe, hit the bell. She is such a vibe. She travels a lot. She's tasting new foods. She's very, very funny. She's in her car. She's doing the thing. She's inspiring me to do my thing. Okay. So if y'all want to know where I'm getting my inspiration from, go follow Unique's Way on her channel. Okay. So this is her voicemail. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Oh, wait.
And I just want to
Let's go back.
Hey, Clover. Hey, my fellow charms. It's Unique's Way here. And I just want to say I am so excited for the launch of season 4 of Closure Vision podcast. I'm excited to see what Clover has in store for all of the charms. I'm excited for the topics, for the love, for the support, the motivation, and everything that Clover brings to Clover Vision. I am I love me some Miss Clover Nova, okay? She is the reason that Unique's Way is who Unique's Way is today, okay? She has helped me so much with my journey as far as the content creation and everything that I got going on. I monetize on 3 different platforms. And one day I'm going to be on the show, okay? And I cannot wait to see what she has in store for this season. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. And I can't wait. And if y'all haven't subscribed and y'all listen to this, what you waiting for? Hit that damn subscribe button. Follow, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know the vibes, unique vibes. Until next time, thank you guys so much for being tuned in and for listening to Clover Vision podcast on YouTube.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you, Miss Unique, for being my inspiration as well. I hope you guys heard that. I got the speaker close to my laptop. This is not the most professional setup. But nonetheless, this is the setup. Hey everybody. Hey. Okay, TikTok. Okay, so I got three voicemails. This next one is from my classmate, LeBron. Now y'all seen him on season 3, I believe. He was the first guest on season 3 when that thing in office got elected. We had a discussion over his tuna. Oh my God, his tuna. We had a cocktail and tuna, and we was just flabbergasted at the results, right? Hey, cuz, hey. Thank you for tuning. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all sharing this, okay? So if people can tune in too, because I'm gonna get into some stuff, some personal stuff, and I just want y'all to be going along for this ride. I'm drinking a strawberry martini. If you know, you know. So this is from my classmate, LeBron. And if you want to know who LeBron is, go to season 3, episode 1, I believe, 1 or 2, and we were talking about the thing in the White House. Okay, so this is LeBron.
Good evening, my love. This is your buddy LeBron. Just want to wish you more success than what you already have. Continue to stay blessed. I'm happy for the new season coming out. Hopefully, I could be a guest when time permits. And I can always, whip something up and we chit chat, talk, and just continue to make everything grow on your end. Love you much. Hugs and kisses.
Thank you, LeBron. Oh my God. Okay, so we went to high school together way back, way back in the day. Okay, we went to Carver Military Academy together, and we remain friends to this day. Our lives go in different directions, but when we come together, it's always a vibe. So thank you so much, LeBron. And the last one is from my cousin. This from my cousin Tanja. She how'd I go back? Go back. Okay, Tanja, you guys seen her on my Snapchat. We went to the basement last time she was here. Y'all saw me in the back of the car. We went and got pizza and stuff. And she's a vibe. She's such a vibe. She was the first cousin to embrace me prior to coming out. So she made me feel comfortable. She let me know that there's a whole other world. When I hung out with my cousin, I think I was like 16. it was the first time that I realized I wasn't alone. Okay. So I think I ever told her that too, but she was the first cousin that was like, cuz we have a whole community out here. I can remember that day we was on Lakeshore Drive. She was driving me up north and she showed me that there was a whole community up here. Real said, girl, it wasn't that long ago. Yes, it was. It was. Okay. I'm not that I'm ashamed of my age, but I'm getting up there, y'all. Okay. I'm getting up there. Okay. So this from my cousin. I can't wait to hear hers. Okay. So then after that, we're gonna get into this season. But here's hers.
Hey, Cubs, it's your number one, Cub Tanja. Congratulations on your new season 4. I just wanted to say, hey, maybe one of your hot topics should be about why is this generation so lazy and don't damn want to work, but want to come in and be abusive to the public.
Oh.
All righty now. Love you bunches.
Okay. She kicking it off. Come on, lazy generation. We can get into that. Well, I don't know. My opinion about maybe we need a little YN on here that can let me know what his peers are thinking. Cause yeah, okay, season 4. So if y'all have any ideas of why this generation is lazy and abusive to the public, put it in the comments. I may, snatch some of y'all comments up and use them as talking points too. But yeah, thank you guys for the voicemails. Like I said, if y'all stick with me. This is my second one, y'all. Okay. So if y'all stick with me, at the end of this episode, I will put up the number so you guys can call. When I'm off air, you guys can leave a message and we could play them on the next episode. So if y'all have any advice, compliments, complaints, contact HR. Okay, I'll put the number up. You can contact the manager, okay? And I'll play our message on here. Okay, so let's get back to the show. So, pre-show. So I did a pre-show episode. It was pre-recorded. And I did talk about the things that I'm going to go through on this season, the things I want to do on this season. So I'm going to brush through that before we get to this topic, okay? So this season, this is what I want to do, okay? So, you know how that go. You tell God your plans and he may chuckle. Okay, so I want to do more interviews, of course. I'm going to do story times, which is this episode is going to be a story time. I want to do a lot of hot topics. I want to do talent shows. I haven't done that yet. I want to do like maybe 5 or 3-4 minute talent shows and maybe some cash prizes, some cash app prizes. I don't know, but I want to do some talent shows so people can vote on who they think is, more talented. And of course, at the end of every episode, we're going to do a spiritual vitamin. I have to include that in that. Now, for those people that are close to me, you guys know I've been on this spiritual journey, forever a student, and I'm trying to connect. And since I've been doing that, a lot of things have been happening for me. So if it works, right, you keep doing what works, right? So I'm doing what works, and hopefully I can inspire you guys to just consider a spiritual journey, because right now, believe it or not, and I don't know if you guys are atheists or whatever you guys may believe, but we are in a middle of a spiritual warfare. And if you're not on a spiritual journey, you can get caught up in the hoopla, and I don't want my people caught up in the hoopla. So I have been tasked to use my gift to connect with you all, and through the stories and all the drama, we are going to have a spiritual moment, because when 1 or 2 gather, that's church, right? Okay, so I'm not religious. I don't really lean on the institutions of church and all that stuff, but I do believe that my blessings come from preaching the gospel and sharing and being a forever student and sharing the gifts and the lessons that I've learned. So that is going to be a staple in every, I don't care if we're talking about strippers in a strip club, it's going to end with a spiritual vitamin. Okay. So now that that's done, I'm trying to read y'all comments too. I rock with you, cousin. Hey, cuz. Okay. Yes. What is their mind? What? Yeah, their mindset. Yeah. So if y'all have any ideas about why this new generation, because I don't think they really get it. My opinion about that is they don't really get it. They just know that we came from a hard knock life, and now life is hard for them now, and they're just, you know, a lot of them are just blaming a lot of people, you know. But it's up to us to not for one to remind them of the history of where we come from, the history of leaders. And I think a lot of them feel like if they step up and take a leadership role and they speak out that, hey, I don't want to be like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and everybody that got killed for speaking out. So we're getting soft, and I can go into that on another episode, but we're going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to talk about that because this is Black History Month, so we need to talk about a little bit of our history too. If y'all see me looking over here, this is TikTok. Okay, I'm looking over here at TikTok. I know Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is on here. I'm not sure what Instagram is, but we'll get into that later. If you're on Instagram and you want to be in the chat, it's best that you go and follow me on YouTube or Facebook at Clover Vision. Okay. Let's see. So yeah. And speaking of a scripture, this is the segment that I call. Okay, so I forgot to put this up, but this is the vibe check. Okay. Now we're going into the daily bread. Daily bread is Mark 16:15 says, go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. And that's what I'm doing. This is why I'm here. This is what, you know, this is going to be a staple segment of the show. So I did my shout out to Daryl Deshawn, who did my creative design for Clover Girl. I'm anxious to see what she's going to evolve into and what kind of nuance she's going to bring to the show, because no other season had Clover Girl, and I think she's kind of cute, right? She's kind of a badass. Like seriously, like I really, really love Clover Girl, and I don't know if we're going to create what we're going to create, but I'm not going to speak it out loud because I want nobody to steal my ideas. But I have some ideas for her. So that's the daily bread. Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creations. So if you're feeling like God did something for you in your life, it is such a blessing to go out and share that information with other people, because it can inspire them to let me get closer to God so he can bless me too. Okay? If he did it for me, he could do it for you. Okay? Hot topic. That was kind of a hot topic too, right? Oh, hold on, because I'm doing this all. Coco, you know, I'm working this board by myself, baby. I'm trying to do this stuff. Okay, hold on. Hot topic. Do I have a thing for hot topic? I don't think I have it up yet. Oh my God, y'all. Hold on. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, hot topic.
Interesting. Now, on another note, back to you, Miss Nova.
Run it up.
Like, subscribe, share. That's how you show love. Yeah, like, subscribe, share.
Happy birthday to, let me go over here. Happy birthday to Brandy. Today is her birthday. Today is also the day Whitney Houston has passed. I'm also finding out today is Kelly Rowland's birthday. And I'm also finding out today is D'Angelo's birthday. But this is my queen bee right here, Miss Brandy. She is my hot topic today. Happy birthday, B Rocka. Congratulations on the tour that I didn't get to go to. But she has been a very, 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 very hot staple in my life. She's been prominent in my life. And she shaped me growing up. Like she helped me get through high school. You said what scripture again? That was Mark 16:15. Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. We can bring her So yes, you make dollars. We gotta talk, Rio. We gotta talk because that could be a prize for you know what? Okay, we supposed to been talking anyway. So keep that in mind. Hit me up. Thank you so much, Coco. Thank you. Yes, happy birthday to Kelly Rowland. And thank you for putting the scripture up there. Yes, that is the scripture. That's daily bread for this episode. So, also Jahari Hippie, Sonic Healing, the oh God, Sonic Diaspora. I'm sorry. The name of the track is called Hypnotic. It is out right now. It is out right now on all streaming networks. Go and listen to it. It's a vibe. And if y'all see me on Snapchat, y'all see me and my cousin was in the car juking to Hypnotic. If you guys want to know the link to it, I could send you guys. I could put it in the description after the show. I'll be sharing it on my story again after the show. So stay tuned to my social media because we're going to be sharing it too. But it's called Hypnotic, and it is by Sonic Healing, the Sonic Diaspora. Thank you, Rio. Thank you. Thank y'all for my moderators in the chat. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna skip because we're gonna get into the topic, the main topic of the show. Let me see what else. So my shout out to Miss Coco, shout out to Mr. Tonio. Those are my co-hosts from season 1 and 2. I miss you guys a lot. This is not easy doing this by myself, but hey, this is what God want me to do. So I'm doing it, and they've been my training wheels to doing this. And I appreciate you guys so much, Jahari the Hippie, for keeping me on my spiritual journey. He's someone I could talk to when I'm not feeling sure, as well as Coco, because she's been keeping me on my spiritual journey too. But when I'm not feeling sure about a certain thing, Jahari is definitely someone that that's always like, yo, what's going on with you? And and open your Bible and read a verse, and you know the answer's gonna be in there, and it always is. Alex Payne McDaniel, thank you, because I asked God for a spiritual journey. He brought Deshaun and Jahari and Lady Mason, Aaliyah Mason, into my life. So I am really appreciative of that. Of course, unique way for starting on this journey. And if I left your name out, it's not. It has something to do with why I'm here. So okay, let's get into the show. Story time. Okay, so my story time is I wanted to get into a little background about who I am and the things that shaped me to be the person I am now. And as far as I can remember is 5 years old. I remember my mom was a CNA. She was in school actually for CNA, becoming a nurse. And she used to drop me and my sister. It was just us two, me and my sister, off at her best friend's house while she was at school. So she used to watch us in the middle of the day. And my mother's best friend, I don't want to give away names because then people, I don't like giving away names. So unless they say, hey, you can give my name away, I'm not going to get a name away. But she used to drop me and my sister off. I remember us wearing book bags. We used to have a can of raviolis or a can of SpaghettiOs or something in our book bag. And my mom's best friend lived right next door to my grandmother, who stayed in an apartment building on the 3rd floor. And so I used to go to my mom's best friend's house, and me and my sister played with her son and her son's cousin, and we were all like family. So that was like my auntie and my cousins. So we used to all play, and my main objective is to just have fun until my grandma came home. When my grandmother got off work and her car was outside, I was next door, okay? Because that's where my fun began. My grandmother was like the wing that sheltered me so much. Thank y'all. She sheltered me so much. She was so interested in like what I want to do when I grow up, what type of things I was into, what I like to do, and inspired me to like finish high school and just do the best you can in life, and everything will be okay. She was a big video game buff. I love video games. I remember going to Blockbuster Video. I'm giving away my age, but we used to go to Blockbuster Video. She used to rent her a movie. I rent me a couple games. She played games with me. Now, how many grandmamas sitting up with your kids playing video games with her? Okay, my grandma played video games with me, and that was the everyday thing. So growing up, I had that to distract, but behind the scenes of all of the love that I was getting from my grandma, I always felt different. I always felt like, why am I not like the other kids? Why I'm not interested in what the other kids are doing? Why do I feel, there was no name for it. There was no way of me even expressing how I felt. But being under my grandmother, I always felt like I was safe. I always felt safe under my grandmother, and she provided me like this comfort that my mom didn't at the time. She was very focused on her goals and her career and just taking care of us. To this day, my mom said that when she was young, she didn't know what she was doing. She was doing the best she could. Okay. So it wasn't no time to sit around and say like, yo, what do you guys are into? What do you, she was trying to keep a roof over our head, keep us fed and stuff. So my grandmother was that relief from the chores and stuff that I was doing as a kid. I was very sheltered as a kid. Okay. So that's why I'm a little cuckoo now, because I was sheltered. I didn't go to other kids' parties, even in high school. I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to sleepovers. I didn't do none of that. It was like, go to school, you come home. Okay. As I got older, I started wondering what it was about me that was so distinct from everybody around me. I spent a lot of my life growing up looking for like-minded people. I was looking for someone else to feel or to say they felt the same way I felt, because back in the day, there was a lot of backlash over being different. It wasn't embraced like it is today. Everything was like, if you were different, you were weird. Hey, Daryl Deshaun in the chat. Thank you so much. Everything different was wrong. Everything that was not like the norm was wrong. So a lot of my childhood was bottled up. Anxiety bottled up, like, oh, it was a Wizard of Oz in my head. Like, what group do I belong with? Who am I? Right? And it wasn't until I got to high school, which is where Brandy came in at, because I stayed out in Argyle Gardens in high school, which was a very rough time for me, because when you're a teenager, you're trying to find out your identity, and you're in like the projects, and you're like the hood, and you're around people, and everything is not like accepted. Your different is why your difference wasn't accepted. And like I said, even at that time, I didn't have a name for it. I didn't want to be called gay. I didn't want to be called nothing. I didn't know what it was, because I didn't fit in with the gay guys either. And LeBron, if you're on here, I don't know if you're in the chat or whatever, but he could attest to that. I wouldn't say I was a loner in high school. Like, everyone loved my personality in high school. I didn't have any enemies in high school. I wasn't bullied. I was a chameleon. I kind of like got along with everybody in high school, but I felt like I didn't have anybody that was like me in high school. You know what I'm saying? I could talk to anybody. I could talk to some of the people that the other gay guys in my school couldn't talk to. I was friends with the lesbian girls, but I wasn't like them. It was such a disconnect from my peers, and that's an isolating feeling itself, which is why I think I got so comfortable being. Yeah, you do develop this sense of being an introvert when you're used to it. When you grow up being an introvert, being alone it's not like as devastating, like, oh my God, I'm by myself, because I know this feeling. I know the feeling that being alone is. It's not It's not dangerous. It's very safe. So after during high school, let me make sure okay. So during high school, Brandy came out with the album Brandy. It was my soundtrack. It was the track I would listen to on the bus from my grandmother's house because eventually I got tired of living in the gardens and I wanted to live with my grandma. So about, I think, second year of high school, I moved with my grandmother and I went to high school from my grandmother's house. If I had not done it, I probably would not have finished high school. So thanks to the Brandy album, when I was having, you know, crushes on guys, she would be there to sing for me and sing. She has been the soundtrack to my life since the first album. And I don't know how she did it, but every time she came out with an album, a single, it was always exactly how I was feeling at that time. And it made me love and appreciate her so much because she made me feel seen, even though I didn't even know who she was. I'm like, how do you know I'm brokenhearted? How do you know I'm thinking somebody's so fine right now? How do you do this? Like, I've always wanted to just sit down and just like, girl, how did you connect with so many people? Because I know I'm not the only one. I hear people say all the time, Brandy, you wrote the soundtrack to my life. And I'm like, no, she wrote the soundtrack to my life. Saying I decided every yeah. It was hard for me finding my place. So I'm grateful for classmates and students like LeBron. There was my other friend Philip. I don't know where Philip is today. Philip, if you ever see this, contact me, please. Me and Philip actually did a Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, the Scream dance, the routine. We did that in high school. It was so fun. So yeah, I wasn't like, I wasn't attracted to the girls. I didn't get along with I didn't feel connected with the gay guys. I didn't want to feel like that. I didn't know what it was. I was in modern dance, which is music helps everything. Okay. I was in dance class. I loved modern dance. It was a way of me expressing myself without having to have that dialogue to like say, hey, I feel different. What's going on with me? What's wrong with me? Or whatever. Kept all my crushes hidden. High school was very stifling for me, okay, growing up. And after graduation, I had to figure out what I want to do with my life. My first boyfriend that I had, I'm just going to give you his first name. His name was Greg. I met him on what we call the party line back in the day, okay? If y'all know about the party line in Chicago, you can get on there and hear like lots of people's voices and people are just chatting. You don't know what they look like. It wasn't like the internet. It was our first internet. The party line was the meeting place. You could just connect with people and you could leave little messages for people. It was so dope. And the only thing is we had the phone with the cord in the house. Everybody didn't have a cell phone. So we had to be sneaking on the phone when nobody's using the phone, usually at night. And if y'all know when the cell phones first came out, it was nights and weekends. So when the nights were free, we were all on the phone. You know, it was such a vibe. Like this generation don't even know how easy they have it. But yeah, I met my first boyfriend on the party line, and long story short, he was preparing to go to the military because we both had issues with our families. We were both going through situations with our family. When I was trying to be who I was and I was getting like, you know, criticized for it. I wasn't feeling comfortable. But there was something in me that was just like, I just want to be comfortable with who I am. So I was expressing myself, and that didn't always pan over with other people. Got some time to blow. Yes. Yes, Rio. You know what I'm talking about, okay? The party line was something else. It was an escape from, it was where you went to find like-minded people, you know. And when I met him, we had clicked instantly. And we had this like, I'm here for you, you're here for me type thing. And I felt loved for the first time. And I kind of got too attached to him to where his army recruiter convinced me that I should go to the military. Blessing and a curse. never thought about military, never was interested in anything, but the fact that he knew that we were talking about the stuff we were going through with our families, the recruiter was like, I can get y'all housing. You can get us what? If y'all sign up together, I can get y'all housing. And of course, I'm like, sign me up. Yeah. And at that point, my family was so happy that I was going to the military, because maybe they thought that's going to change you, or that's going to, get you on the right track. Yeah, I did too. I met good people on the party land. So I went into the military. The second month of basic training, he was supposed to join the military because he had to finish some credits for a diploma. He had to finish some classes for his diploma. After the second month of basic training down in Kentucky, he decided he didn't want to go to the military anymore. Thank you, Greg. But anyway, and I only stayed in the military because my family was so happy. They were so like elated that I was in the military. And you kind of get used to after you first get there, you get off the bus and everybody's hollering at you and they're telling you to do this and that, they're talking about you. After you get over, okay, this is what's supposed to happen, and thanks to movies like Major Payne, I was kind of prepared for stuff like that. It was funny to me, but it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of hard exercise, a lot of hard discipline that I've learned in the military too. I still make my bed the way they told me to make my bed in the military. So some things stick with you when you go to the military. It wasn't all bad until I got out of basic training and went into my station, which was Fort Hood, Texas. And from there, it went downhill. Like, I didn't even finish the military. I actually left. I left, and you say you're still looking for him? Yeah, I left the military. I remember coming home on Christmas during basic training and giving him peace of my mind. Like, how dare you have me go to the military? This wasn't even my idea. I let him have it. But I went to my my station, which was in Fort Hood, Texas, and I was happy about that because my dad lives in Texas. So I was like, okay. But when you're in the military, you have to keep in mind that you are stationed with people from all over the world, and people from different backgrounds, people that don't understand you, you don't understand them. I was in barracks with people that was talking about they can't wait to go home and eat some alligator, eat some snakes, eat a good old possum, and they were serious. Like, they love possum meat, and like it was a gumbo of different people. And I just remember this being homesick. I remember being so homesick that I was on my computer. This is AOL, right? So I remember looking for like LGBT clubs and stuff like that. So I found one club in Killeen, Texas, called the Crossover, right? Crossover Club was when I first was embraced by the community. Now, imagine, my cousin was the one who introduced me to, hey, there's a whole new world out here. You're not alone. You're not feeling this way alone. But when I went to the military, that was when I actually got to be friends with the trans girls, the cross dressers, just the club life. So on the weekends, I was at the club and staying over at my friend's house that I met. And then Monday through Friday, I was in uniform, running through mud and on the ground, and it became too much. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave and never come back. And that's what happened. And then the military police was looking for me, and it was a whole nother thing. Then I got into doing drag shows. They were so helpful. Everyone just wanted to, because I was short, fat. I was the shortest one in there, so everybody was loving it. Oh, I can make this for you. I can do your hair. Oh, you should get this wig. You should do this number. You should do this music. Everybody was like embracing me. So I got used to doing like drag shows. I made a little name for myself in Killeen, Texas, to the point I didn't want to go back. So when I found out that the police was looking for me from the military, because it's called going AWOL, right? I had to out process, and I was making my way back to Chicago, home, because I felt homesick. You know, I missed my family, I missed people, and I came back home, back on the party line. That's why I met Miss Coco, and me and her clicked instantly on the party line, and we linked up. We were going to see other people from the party line. We had so much chemistry that when we got on the party line, we would call each other like, "You getting on there now? Okay, I'm finna get on there now with you." And we would be in the same rooms on the party line together, and it was such a vibe. Like that time was it was such a vibe. Hey, Tice. Oh my God, that pageant. You did your thing, Tice. And I don't even normally watch the pageants, but Facebook it's crazy that you're on here right now, because I was like, Tice, that suit that lit up. I said, oh yeah, okay, that did it. That you snapped with that. But y'all know I can ramble, so I'm gonna try to stay on the storyline, right? And so me and Miss Coco, we have so many memories, and I think we should do a party line segment, Coco, so we could just go through a lot of things that we went through on the party line. But me and her kicking it together, she was the first female that I linked with and felt that kind of vibe with, and to this day we are still thick as thieves. And I wouldn't trade that experience for nothing in the world. So yeah, military, it's a blessing and a curse, because it taught me so much about myself. And if I hadn't gone to the military, I probably wouldn't have did the drag shows. I probably wouldn't have known who I was. I would be still living in this state. Maybe I would have known. I don't know. Maybe I would have went and waited longer or transitioned longer or whatever. But I felt a sense of family. It sparked my wanting to build onto my family. And Coco was like my sister. Like, you know, we would call each other all the time. Like, we would hang out and everything. Like, she met guys I dated. I met guys she was dating. She ended up meeting a guy and getting married, and I was just like, okay, well, that's a goal that I have. But yeah, I love you, Coco, so much. I'm glad the party line was there to link us, and God's internet. Yeah, let me stay on track now. Let me stay on track. Okay, so I talked about that already. Okay, first. I talked about grade, military, drag shows back home. Coco Parliament. Oh, I done did everything. Okay, come on. I'm proud of myself, y'all, because I've did everything in order up until so yeah, some of the careers I've had after the military. Oh, in the military, I drove an A1 Abrams tank. I was a tank driver, y'all. My little butt, we used to get inside of the tank and sitting on my back, and these 3 little bitty mirrors, 2 on each side and 1 in the middle. It used to be like just a little carve out that I would look through, and I had my headphones on, and I had a little steering. You steer the tank like that, like a little bicycle or something, and you rev it up to go faster and go slow. It was so fun. And I was a driver, so that was my job in the military, was to drive tanks, y'all. How many trans women do you know have ever can say they drove tanks? So I went from tank driver. I got out. I started driving a school bus. I drove for the public transportation bus, CTA. I drove the bus. Yeah, I met. I went back to the LGBT community in Chicago, which is called Boys Town, up here, and I met some friends of mine who. Well, I'm gonna say for the sake of being transparent, I met some ex-friends of mine who, had I not met them, I would have been back just up under my grandmother. I let a lot of the ways of the world shake my faith. And it was a rough time for me after that. After military, after coming home from the military, everything in my family came back crashing down because I knew I had a sense of who I was. But to my trans sisters and brothers out there, we have to remember that when we transition, our family transitions too. So we have to give them grace too. And back then, it was hard for me to understand that. So as I'm figuring out who I am, this is pre-transition. I was bleaching my hair blonde, coloring my hair, and the family was not having it. They were not having it. If your hair is going to be blonde, you will not stay in my house. If you're with this guy, you're not going to stay with you're not going to come to my house. And I was out there, y'all. So I was out staying with friends, and you know, you could become a product of your environment. And that part I'm going to save for part 2. So I'm going to leave y'all with the cliffhanger. So this is childhood up until military, and now I have a sense of who I am on the inside. It made sense. And at that point, it was about executing. And so many blockages were in my way at that point that I was just like, what do I do? What do you guys think I did? What do you guys think that being LGBT plus with family that does not agree? I want y'all to put that in the comment. That's your homework for after the show is over with. Put in there some of the things that you guys, you don't have to be LGBT, but some of the things you guys feel like trans people or LGBT members do when their family don't accept them. And I'm doing this for a reason, because I want my straight charms, my heterosexual charms, just to chime in on this. What do you think once a family member like outcasts someone in their family who's LGBTQ, and they're like, you have to get out, and they don't have anywhere else to go because the whole family feels like you're wrong for being or expressing yourself the way you're expressing? What kind of challenges do you think the LGBTQ plus have? What do you think? I am so curious. And LGBT members, y'all can kind of stay out of this one, just kind of monitor what they feel. But I really want to talk to the heterosexual charm. So on YouTube, I don't know where you're watching this at, but on YouTube, I want you guys to chime in and tell me what kind of challenges you think we face being ostracized from the family. Okay. All right. So this is part 1. It's time to get into the next segment. We're going to do, let's do the spiritual vitamin. I'm going to do the spiritual vitamin, and then we're going to open up the phone line so y'all can call in if y'all want to. This is so fun. I love being back, y'all. I love so much being back. Okay, let me get my multitask on. We did the hot topic. Okay, so before we do the spiritual vitamin, let's go until my commercial break. Brief intermission. Are you guys enjoying the show so far? Have you subscribed? If you have, thank you so much for subscribing. It helps with the algorithms of the show, and I appreciate you guys so much. If you have not subscribed, don't worry, it's still time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and then hit the bell for notifications. It helps with the algorithm, and it's the freest thing you can do to support the channel, and I appreciate you so much for that. Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, and don't forget, don't be stingy. Share me on your social media pages. Now back to the show.
Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, let me get this off here, y'all. I'm still learning, y'all. Still learning and things of that nature. Oh, what I do? Okay. Okay, so that's my spiritual vitamin segment. Y'all like that? It's cute, right? I made that myself. Okay, so while I was at work one day, I had made these little cards, right? And each card has a different segment on it. But because I have my green screen behind me, these are actually green 4-leaf clovers from the plant. Y'all could probably see them like this. But because they're green, they're see-through. Like you can see right through them. It's crazy. I don't know what I was thinking, but maybe I'll just draw something on here. But the green is, y'all could probably see I don't know. Anyway, but this is spiritual vitamin. And because this is backwards, okay. All right. So the spiritual vitamin, I asked for verses, scriptures about connecting with people because I know I was going to be connecting with you guys, and I wanted 3 scriptures that spoke to connecting, and the 3 scriptures I came up with were Ephesians 2:10, Romans 8:28, and Jeremiah 29:11, which states. Okay. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." I believe that wholeheartedly that we are created to do something. Okay. We're here to be of service of other people. And I feel like my talent with connecting. Y'all with me? Thank y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, when we do the thing that we love to do or we're skilled at doing and it's of service to other people, then that's what God wants us to do. Okay. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So when you're doing things from the fact that God is instructing you to do it, everything will work out, right? I feel like God wanted me to be a podcaster because when I was a musician, I had faced a lot of anxiety, a lot of challenges with, and I'm still doing music, y'all, okay? I'm still gonna get back into music. It just, y'all know what happened in my life and stuff, but because I took a break from music, I still I had an urge to connect with people. And being an introverted extrovert, it kind of didn't allow me to connect with people. So meeting people like Unique, who said you should do a podcast, was very, 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 very God's internet. Okay. So Romans 8:28, okay, says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So when you feel like it's your purpose and your calling and God has told you to do that, then everything that you do with that mindset is going to work out. Okay. Not the way we want it to work out, but it's going to work out according to his plan. Okay. And the last spiritual vitamin is Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." So when you're operating in those plans that God has for you, I feel like your future gets brighter. I can tell you guys now that before the spiritual journey, the struggle was just a struggle, you know? And during this spiritual journey, the struggle doesn't feel like the struggle. The struggle feels like, what am I here to learn? It's a lesson. And that's why I call myself a forever student, because I don't have all the answers. I'm not a spiritual guru. I'm not the Messiah of the Bible or anything. I'm here to learn along with y'all, and they say if it works, do what works, right? So I'm doing what works because this is what works for me. And by preaching the gospel, hopefully I can inspire others to, like, hey, let me let me get into it. Okay. Let me get into the word and see how that helps me. And if it's just one person, I'm doing my job. I'm getting it out there. And the fact that I'm a podcaster, it's here. It's a staple. It's going to be on YouTube whenever you need it, right? So those are the three vitamins for today. Now, I'm going to open up the chat line, you guys. I'll give it maybe 5 minutes because, like I said, I got to go to work, y'all. I'm going to give it 5 minutes and you guys can call in if you want. And we can take some calls. And I think I would have to do it from my phone because, oh no, I could do it from the tablet. Okay. Yeah. So they'll have to come from the tablet. But yeah, so you guys can call in if you want. If not, then after the show is over with, you can feel free to leave a message. If you don't want your voice on here, we could play it on the next episode. If you have a question or if you have a comment, or if you want to answer the question about why this generation is so lazy and why they are attacking, what'd she say? Abusive to the public. If y'all want to answer that, you can always leave a message. And on the very next show, I will check my voice messages live. And then that way you don't have to have that. Because I know how that can be. Anxiety can be a lot. Your voice is on the air. So, yeah, feel free to leave a message. I'm going to end this in about 3 minutes if no one calls. So I can get ready to go to work. I have to stop and get me something to eat. Also, if you want to be a guest on, put in the comments if you need the number again. But if you want to be a guest on the show, there's the email address, clovenovanotes@gmail.com. I will then give you instructions on how to be a guest on the show. Of course, if you're my friend, give me a call. Let me know what you got going on, and we can schedule a date or whatever. But if you don't have my personal number and you're a charm and you have subscribed and you've clicked on the bell and you've shared this, video, go ahead and shoot me an email. Let me know if you're promoting something, new music, if you're promoting a brand, a business, if you're a motivational speaker. I don't know what it is you're doing, but if you want to be on a show to promote a topic or anything like that, hit me up with your pitch and we can talk about moving forward from there. Okay. It's been such a pleasure. Let me see if somebody said. Oh, okay. TT Chloe, my TT that gave me this jury, she said she want to be a guest. I'm gonna link up with my TT Club because I think I need her for my spiritual vitamins too. I think I need you, Auntie Chloe, to come on here and do these spiritual vitamins with me because I know you stay in the word and I'm just a student. So you can teach me some things, but I do want you to come on here because we have a vibe together. Y'all, me and my TT, we be cutting up sometimes. So it's gonna be such a vibe to have her on the show too. And I will get you that info, TT, so you can get the link and you could be up on here on the bubble and you could talk and we can spread the gospel as we all are supposed to do. I just want to encourage everybody, if you feel that your life is so hectic and your personality and the person you are is not worthy of God's love and God's grace, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. Okay? I'm here to tell you you're wrong. I'm here to tell you that we all fall short of God's grace and we all fall short of being worthy of his grace, and he loves us anyway. Okay? He loves you guys regardless. He loves all of us regardless because he created us. He's not surprised by anything you're doing. All he wants you to do is keep your faith in him and don't let the ways of the world and all the things deter you from having a relationship with God. So follow your spiritual journey and get closer, okay? And I'm out of here, y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all. I don't have an outro video yet, So I'm gonna hit y'all with the intro video. Again, shout out to Daryl Deshawn of De LaShawn Fashions. You might want to follow him on all social media platforms too. He's also working on a reality show that I might have a cameo in or two. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? When it come out, I might pop up in there. Y'all might see me on a reality show. I don't know. We're gonna see. But go ahead and follow him. And ask him, DM him and say, hey, what's the link to Moving LA so I can follow Moving LA, MOVIN LA. I actually, you know what? You can follow Moving LA too. Go in there and follow Moving LA on Instagram. I think it's just on Instagram. I'm not sure. But definitely Daryl Deshawn is the name. Once you follow him, you'll get all the other information. And on that note, it's time to work on episode 2, y'all. So I'm out of here before I be late for work. And guess who I'm gonna blame? Y'all. All right. I love you guys. God is light. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next episode. So I'm gonna leave y'all with the intro for my outro video. Thank y'all. It's been one.
Big star, daughter to the sun. Life of the party, order of the fun. Movement, how I zoom it, call me Heidi, right? If you're not influenced, then it's Heidi. Clover not a glare, but a glow. Clover got the flair for the show, a beacon for the... I'm skipping over comments like hopscotch. Just to add the fire to sound it because it's top notch. Flavor, disco inferno. OG major, let's go internal. South to the north for the torch I live. It gets hard to ignore this gift. When it comes to the heat, you can never skip me. Think I'm lying, that's Harry the hippie. Then my light, you can never shake me. Supernova, that's mega, baby. Yeah.
And now, here's your host,